Hello everyone, hope you all are doing well. So today we are going to discuss the next question of our agriculture optional answer writing practice series. And the question for today is discuss the differences between or discuss the major differences between scientifically produced seeds and the grain when used as seeds. Okay, and also discuss the quality characteristics of a seed. So I think this is a question asked in IFOS examination in last year. And what a kind of certain trick UPSC played. If you see the pre-IQs, they have previously simply asked about the difference between grain and seed. And this time they have gone a level up and they have asked about scientifically produced seed and grain when used as a seed instead of directly asking what is seed and what is grain. So let's see how we can approach the answer. And also the second part is about quality characteristics of seed. So we will mention them. So let's start the answer. So in the introduction part, you can simply mention about why quality seeds are important for our agriculture. You can write something about quality seeds or seeds, or you can also mention some data or facts such as if you see various kind of studies, it is told that or it is seen in those studies that more than I think more than 70% of Indian agriculture doesn't use scientifically produced seeds. Instead, they use grain as a seed only. They conserve the grain, they preserve the grains which were produced in last year, and they use in future in this year. Okay, suppose if some grain is there is some production in 2016, they will use as a seed in 2017, and the production of 2017 will be used as seed in 2018. So this is the kind of a practice which is followed traditionally in major parts of India and generally for subsistence agriculture, generally practiced by small and marginal farmers. So this is how you can introduce the question, and this is your homework. You have to write a good introduction for this question, and you should comment down. Okay, comment down what could be a good introduction of the questions. I have given you a fair bit of idea, and using that idea, you can write the introduction. Now let's move to the question directly. So that is difference between scientifically produced seed and grain used as seed. This is scientifically produced seed, and this is grain when used as seed. So we will see the differences. So first of all, production purpose. Obviously, if you see production purpose, for what purpose they are produced. So scientifically produced seeds are generally proposed or generally produced only for seed only. Okay, they are grown or produced for seed only under strict guidelines. They follow strict guidelines. So whereas in grain, they are generally grown for consumption, but can be used and sowing also. So this is the first difference. Secondly, genetic purity. If you see the genetic purity of both, you will find that the genetic purity is maintained in scientifically produced seed. Here the genetic purity is high due to the usage of techniques such as isolation, such as rugging, controlled production. So all these things are there. But here if you see grain, they are generally mixed or impure. Okay, they are generally mixed, impure, may contain of types. Okay, this you can mention. Next you can see if there is certification. So there is obviously high and good amount of certifications in these types of seeds. They are certified and purely labeled by seed certification agency, whereas grain is not certified. Okay, after certifications you can mention about germination rate. So in scientifically produced seed, although it depends on varieties, it is generally more than 80% only. Okay, whereas the germination rate in grain is lower, and it is also not uniform. So that can be mentioned. Seed treatment. Obviously scientifically produced seeds are treated very well. Okay, they are treated with fungicides, they are treated with bioinoculants, all these things, whereas they are generally untreated. They are generally not treated with these chemicals or biological elements or biological inoculants. So treatment you can mention about moisture content. This is scientifically produced seed, this is grain. So in moisture content you will see that these seeds are generally scientifically produced seeds are generally at safe levels, that is 8 to 12%, which is recommended by ICR and other agencies. Where in grains the moisture sometimes generally it is higher. Okay, because there is not that much scientific production involved in this, and these can sometimes lead to spoilage also. Spoilage. If you see viability and vigor, so the vigor is high, okay, whereas the viability is injured. Whereas in here you will see that is poor vigor and grains may also fail to germinate. So viability is also not injured. If you see the field standards during their production, so you will see there is proper isolation is maintained, proper crop rotation is maintained, proper inspection is maintained during production. Whereas no such standards are followed in grain production. If you see seed health, the scientifically produced seed are generally free from any kind of diseases or pests, free from any kind of diseases and pests. Whereas they may carry grains, may carry diseases and pests. Diseases and pests they may carry. Okay, so these are the some of the common differences which you can mention. I have written I think more than 8 or 9 differences now. You can use any 5 6 important ones. Now let's move to the second part of the question, that is quality characteristics of good seed. Quality characteristics of good seed. So we'll see those qualities. First of all, genetic purity. Genetic purity, obviously, they should be true to type. Okay, they should ensure desired traits such as it could be of yield, disease resistance. Their genetic purity should be at higher ends. Generally, we assume it to be cent%. Okay, physical purity. Physical purity, it should be free from any kind of dust, inert matter, weed, seeds, all these things, and generally it is for most of the crops it is considered more than 97 98%. Okay, the germination percentage should be higher. Generally we consider good seeds to be of germination percentage of more than 80%. Okay, the seed vigor should be high. High seed vigor, that is they must produce strong healthy seedlings under field conditions, and the speed of germination should be fair. You can also mention here about moisture content. So generally it also depends on type of seed and varieties, but generally it is around 8 to 12%. You should remember this. After moisture content, you should mention about seed health, that it should be free from any kind of diseases, pest, all those things. Okay, the size should be uniform shape and size. Next, you can mention about longevity and viability. Longevity and viability. So they should maintain viability for overextended storage and when kept under proper conditions. That is, when they are kept under proper conditions, they should be viable for extended storage also. And the last but not least, there should be proper labeling of the seeds. Okay, there should be proper labeling of the variety, germination percentage, purity, date of testing. Everything should be properly labeled. Certification status, all these things should be properly labeled. So these are the characteristics of good quality seeds which you can mention. And I think in conclusion you can mention how scientifically produced seed is important, so that we can perform good amount of production, we can get good purity. But at the same time, we should also take care of the traditional knowledge which is used in the grain when used as seed. So a kind of balance between both, so that our genetic diversity is also maintained and we get a good amount of production. So that could be a better conclusion. So that is all for today. If you like it, please press the like button. Please do share and please do subscribe. It takes a lot of hard work to make such videos for you on regular basis. And if you like, if you share, if you subscribe, it motivates us to make more such videos for you regularly. So that is all for today. Have a nice day. Thank you.